Oh
Actually,
my God.
you kind of like smaller in
I
that
was.
picture, I think.
I'm way smaller. I wasn't going to the gym and I didn't get fat.
Yeah. I
So
started going to the gym
I've also started going to the gym again.
at your place where you
Yes.
work. Yeah. So do you have a routine that you do every single time, or do you alternate like legs and upper body and or
Gym is arms because I've devised a legs and core for at home. So gym is all arms and back.
okay. So I hear a whole bunch of mixed reviews. If anybody's out there watching, and I know there's at least 3 or 4 people on here. There's 5 people watching right now.
Ain't that something?
How do I see who's watching again?
I don't know if you can anymore.
Oh,
Oh, people in the top right.
this?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. So, uh, active viewers. Hey, Gabby.
Hey, ain't that something?
Yeah. Um, so, so chime in from the community because I've heard people say you should exercise, then there should be like a day off. You should alternate your arms and your legs for like some downtime.
I do 3 days a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So I typically walk 5 miles every day, and I count that as
Okay,
legs.
that is cardio. That does
Yeah.
count.
Yeah. So I don't do any leg weights or anything like that. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I just walk 5 miles, and then the rest of the time I work on my abs and then my arms, and I alternate machines, but I do it every day. And you go Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try my best.
Don't want to overdo it.
No, get the weekend for everything to reset.
So, how long have you been going to the gym?
3 weeks now.
3 weeks now. Do
3
you
weeks.
feel a difference?
I feel more worn out.
So in 3 days, I felt the opposite. I feel more energized. Like
Well,
I wake up earlier now.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't say that. I felt more worn out after the first time because I sat on my butt for a year and
Yeah.
then decided to go back and work out in the same routine that I did when I had worked out for about 4 to 5 straight months.
So Gabby says, I don't even work out, and even I know you should take some days off for your muscles to heal.
How can she say that she doesn't
Well,
work
I don't.
out?
I don't.
She doesn't work
I
out.
don't.
Can't
I
say.
don't.
Point is invalid.
So here's the thing. There are people, and then the community, you guys can chime in too. Thank you for responding, by the way. Thank
Fair point.
you.
Fair point. Yep.
So there are people who get up like at the crack of dawn, like
Yeah.
before the sun comes up, before the guy gets up to make the donuts. And they go to the gym at like 4 a.m. and they do this huge workout and shower, and then they're like, that's supposed to like energize them for the day.
Yep.
I don't think I can do that. See, I work out in the afternoon and I do feel really good. But when I go home and I hit the bed, it's like, I think I think that's why I'm sleeping less. It's because I'm getting better quality sleep
Maybe.
because my body just goes into that, your parasympathetic nervous system kicks in because of, your body's trying to recover from working out.
Yeah, dude. My supercalifragilistic nervous system feels great.
We got to keep that one for the blooper too. So for all you guys out there, we've been here for like over an hour.
Yeah,
trying
we've been
to
here
get
for about
everything.
an hour and a half.
So it's been forever since we were here.
It's been, since the middle of September
I
last
remember
year?
taking off the winter, and there was a lot going on.
Because we took off before August.
So in the last like 2 years, I've probably gone to more funerals than I have for the rest of my life combined, and it's bizarre. It's super bizarre.
I think I've been to 4, and only one of them was my family.
Yeah, and I lost a very, very close family member, my last grandparent, just a little like 2 months ago. And so between COVID and our studio got hit by a tree.
Yeah, that was something. A tree fell on the studio.
Yeah,
that
we
was
literally
fun.
had multiple holes in the roof.
Yep, multiple holes in the roof. There was a big enough hole. I climbed through it.
Yeah, and so a lot's happened.
And that probably wasn't the best idea to climb through the hole you're trying to repair.
Yeah, but we're happy to be back. We're planning on transitioning to Tuesday nights. We started a little bit early tonight just because things were working for a change.
Yeah, no, we tried to set stuff up, what, 2, 3 weeks ago now, and just all of the equipment wasn't working.
Yeah. So it's kind of like your Xbox when. So I turned on my Xbox. It's
How's
been a
that
while,
system
right?
update?
I had to go through a system update, which
Yep.
took forever. And then I picked the game that I wanted,
Okay.
and it needed an update. So I picked a different game, and it needed an update.
Did
So
you
I
have to
picked
do a
my.
controller
I did
update?
my third. I haven't done a controller
I've
update
done,
yet.
I think, 3 controller updates in the past month.
Well, maybe
and I
that's
don't
coming.
know. I don't know what it does.
Well, after 36 hours of updates on my Xbox, I actually didn't want to play the game.
Yeah, you don't want to play anymore.
didn't want to play the
Yeah,
game
you don't
anymore.
want to play the game anymore.
So what's neat is like I don't know. Not going to get into that, I guess, but I enjoy playing games, but I want them to be available when I'm ready to play. I never had that problem with Uno. You know? You want to play Uno, you go
I can
grab
go
the
get
cards.
Uno
Yeah.
right now. I think I own
Yeah.
6 different versions
It's
of
not,
Uno.
Are you missing cards? Do your cards need to be updated?
Doesn't matter. If you're missing a card, well, that sucks. Find it later.
Just play Uno. And if I don't know, whatever. So,
Like, dude, I'm telling you, we gotta do the whole game night thing.
so since the last show, you got a job.
Did have a job. I do have a job.
You didn't before though, right?
No, I did. Because I was doing Arby's.
But this is like a steady job now.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
So
steady.
how does it feel to be employed?
Sucks.
You don't like the paycheck?
No, I don't get paid nearly enough to carry out my job.
Oh, well,
But the people at my job are very nice.
yeah, see, that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's where it counts. Money is okay. Definitely could be better, but what really make or breaks it for a job is your people and your atmosphere.
So I heard that because of COVID, a lot of the workforce went to remote work at home or whatever. And so they did a survey. This was like a few months back, because I kept reading good news, and I kept thinking we were going to come back, and then it just didn't quite work out. And so the average working person who's working remotely would pass up a raise to stay working at home with flexible hours.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So instead of getting a $2,000 raise for the year or whatever, you would rather not get the raise, but be able to work whatever hours equal 40 hours for you through the work week. It could be 8 hours a day. It might be early in the morning. It might be late at night. It might be overnight, just as long as you get your 40 hours in and get the work done. So anybody listening, if you want to chime in how you would like to do that, but I'm not technically a remote worker, although
You're a roof worker.
technically I don't work out of an office that often, so it sort of feels a little bit like remote work.
You are technically working from a home.
And I'm not working remotely, but I work with a remote control most of the day.
You do.
And so piloting around is actually kind of cool. So I don't begrudge my work. I like working outside. I like not having somebody over me. I like meeting new people. And then when the weather's really nice, like it was today, it's just exciting.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. You have no windows.
Yeah.
I have no windows.
Yeah, I was in a store working.
Yeah. I know a few days are gonna come up where I'm gonna start in a sweatshirt and I'm gonna end up in a t-shirt or a polo or something. And it's gonna be. I love those days. So I can work on my farmer's tan.
As long as it looks good, right?
Yeah. Anything you want to say before we get started?
Oh Lord, my chair's gotten old.
Yeah.
I sat down in it and it creaked.
So I like these chairs. I do need to fix my armrest though.
Oh, I've developed one of those.
Yeah, we're gonna
Look at that.
We're gonna have to fix that before we
It
get
fully moves all the way down at the bottom, and I don't know how to feel about it. And this one has started going as well.
Yeah, I think that we just tighten them up.
Yeah, I think we got to do that.
So over the next couple of weeks, we're gonna put together a new intro for you as soon as we can get outside and film some new stuff.
That's the plan, at least.
Yeah, we're going to. We look forward to that.
Yeah, I get to touch upon my editing because doing the making the stuff for this is an editing style that I haven't done since we made the opening for season 2.
Actually, actually was working on something I'm not going to say yet because it's not anywhere near close and it might not make it this season. But anyway, I would like to give a shout out to Edlena. We already said hi to Gabby. Mom once ate a whole lemon. Thank you for watching. I actually see someone that you're related to, I think. I once ate a whole lemon on Twitch pretty regularly. So I think I met you before, and I just want to say thank you for watching us. Give a shout out if you can.
I got to hear about this then.
Yeah. I think we had pizza together. So anyway, thanks for watching Super Sav and Soy Clubberville. Soy Clubberville, is that right? Is that how you would say that? Soy Clubberville. Thank you guys for watching.
I'm going to stick it to Vil. Thank you, Vil.
Stick to Vil.
Because unlike him, I don't want to butcher names.
Yeah, well, we're just getting to that. We're just getting to that.
You're starting it up.
And Lurks. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for lurking.
Thanks for watching. So we're going to get right into the good news part of the program, which we have been away from for so long. And so at the gym.
Yeah, we got to change it because it says it's at 4 p.m. Central.
Does your gym have...
I don't know if my gym counts as a gym. Does
it have like TVs or anything in there?
No. It has... All the walls are mirrors.
So there's a bunch of TVs at the gym that I go to.
There is, yes.
They all play the news like all
they do.
The
That's
time.
all. One of them, if you come in once a week, plays a Spanish talk show.
It's depressing. Finally, somebody came in and turned on something else. I'm not gonna say what it was because I don't want to get in trouble here. But
one of the times Cartoon Network was playing on it.
Yeah, see, I would be fine with that or anything else. So I put on my music.
I don't know.
I've got my beat going and I'm doing my thing and I try to look out the window.
Yeah.
So for some reason, when I'm looking at the TV, it's like everything stays like constant. But when I'm looking out the window, like I can see all of the vehicles outside, like moving up and down. I think the further away the perception is as you're like running on the treadmill, it moves.
Oh yeah.
So up close. So I don't know. So hopefully I'm gonna go there early.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on YouTube, find our program, and then just
play the
I'm gonna play our show there, and then somebody's gonna be like, "Is that you?"
You're gonna play season 0 or episode 0 all the way through to now on a playlist.
Yes. So that's my plan. I'm gonna sneak in. I'm gonna hack the computer.
Going to get a literal cease and desist from your gym.
I'm gonna get close enough to get a Bluetooth thing, and I'm gonna cast from my phone this show from YouTube. It's gonna be awesome.
You're going to get a cease and desist from your gym.
No one's gonna know it was me. They
have security.
Think
cameras.
about like the place that we live in right now, and I'm saying that they're probably not very tech savvy.
I know one person that works there.
You're gonna be like at your work. Somebody's gonna come up and be like, oh, "I saw you at the gym on your show, man, on your show," and you're gonna be like, "Oh man, you're like the 12th person to watch."
That might be the worst thing I will ever hear at my job. Especially if someone comes like, you look a lot skinnier on the screen.
Oh,
that will be without a doubt the
in the
foulest
intro,
thing.
In the intro,
yeah, in the intro, it's me from a year and a half ago.
Yeah, if you want to watch some of our old things, here's our YouTube channel. I'll just put that there.
A lot less muscle mass and a lot less fat that you can't see because it's conveniently hidden under the thing.
Your 6-pack abs have a layer of protection
my
over
washboard
the top
abs with the layer of cushioning
over the top. All right, well, our first news, good news. First news.
Good news. Welcome back to good news.
Is about a homemade bumper sticker. Have you ever made a bumper sticker before?
I don't think I've ever thought about a bumper sticker in my life until this moment.
I don't think I would ever put a bumper sticker on my car. I might put a Superman logo or something like that up in my window, but I don't know if I would put a bumper sticker that says something
The
because
Twitch link.
now you know what?
Twitch link.
Now I'm gonna have to rethink this. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of Twitch bumper stickers and then put them on everybody's car at the gym once I go live there on their TVs and take over and everything. It's gonna be pretty fun. But so I've made homemade T-shirts with like the iron on, but
Yeah.
this person made a homemade bumper sticker that actually saved a stranger's life. And when I saw the headline, I just had to read it because it was like, what?
Yeah, a bumper sticker says things like, okay, well,
Yeah.
now I'm curious.
Now I'm curious. Well, here's the bumper sticker. I'll put it up there. When you're headed down a dark road and feeling hopeless, which I'm not gonna lie, in the last like couple of months, the last year or so, I've had like ups and downs, and probably the funerals didn't help. But it's really easy to sink into like a dark place. You know what I mean?
That's a fair point.
You have friends that you thought you used to hang out with all the time or whatever, and now they're not there anymore. Or we were in the middle of a play, and all of a sudden, all the people that I was like, being around everything every week, multiple days, they just left. It was gone. And there's 5 love languages. Mine is like my top one is like physical touch, and so shaking hands and hugging people and everything's like something that's important to me. And for 2 years, like nobody wanted to touch you. It was like the elbow thing doesn't work for me. So, and it does for other people. But you can feel hopeless. And sometimes all it takes to get you headed in the right direction is a little sign, or in this case, a bumper sticker.
Money.
Money.
That's my love of money.
Yeah. So gifts.
Capitalism.
I like money, lots of.
Exactly.
Oh wait, I can't sing
You
that.
literally
I
can't do
sing,
that.
Can't sing. I don't want to get banned from Twitch. Like
Even if you could be 8 octaves off and you will still receive a thing.
in the last couple of like weeks, Twitch has banned so many people.
Twitch has. What's up with that, Twitch?
I don't know. But please don't ban me.
Don't ban us, but
We just got here.
But legitimate question. What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that? Well, anyway, like many who have felt the mental health impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, 22-year-old university student Brooke Lacey had her own share of issues. After Lacey won her battle against depression, in the hope of helping others, the New Zealand native was inspired to create a batch of 600 signs that read, what you see on there. Please don't take your life today. The world is so much better with you in it, more than you realize. Stay. That's all it says.
I thought it said purse. I'm being honest, I thought the first word was purse.
Please don't take your life today. The world is so much better with you in it, more than you realize. Stay. Lacey hung laminated versions of the message on bridges and overpasses and next to railroads and waterways around the capital city of Wellington. She even had the saying inscribed on a bumper sticker.
Solid.
But the sentiment was the furthest thing from her mind when she found a piece of unusual correspondence on the windshield of the car she'd parked in the university lot. Figuring she was in for a scold over poor parking technique,
Fair enough.
Lacey was instead gobsmacked.
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 Just right. In fact, I think during our bloopers, I got a good slow-mo.
You did. Yep.
To find a handwritten note under the wiper blade that thanked her for saving the writer's life. Here is, let's do this. There's the note. All right. Did I do that right? Okay. I left my house with a plan and asked for a sign, any sign, I was doing the right thing. When I saw your car in the parking lot, the note read, as reported by the Daily Mail Australia. Thank you. It took a moment for Lacey's mind to circle back around to the bumper sticker. I had these made so long ago, put one on my car and forgot about them until now, she tweeted. I am so glad whoever you are chose to stay today. You never know who needs this reminder. It's something we should all bear in mind. While the universe may be a random place, for someone in trouble, even the smallest mindful act of kindness can turn out to be the light at the end of the tunnel.
So she made more.
Yep. There were signs, overpasses, and everything else, and then she had that one bumper sticker. As long as the message is heartfelt, even something as simple as a sign or a bumper sticker can save a life. It's kind of cool because a sign, I guess, but like just sometimes just a random act of kindness. And I think we did this. We weren't on for this Christmas, but
Yeah.
the year before, or even last year, I think we did a random act of kindness thing. We were trying to get people to
Yes,
send in
random
things.
acts of kindness. Yep.
It makes your day when we actually played tic-tac-toe with the postman.
That was nice. That was
And,
a cool one.
you go and you just buy, you're in the Starbucks line and you just buy the drink for the person behind you, if you have an extra $55.
Yeah. If you have an extra
Or if you're
small
McDonald's,
loan.
if you're at McDonald's, you can do it for $1.50.
No, so that's not a thing anymore. So at McDonald's, McChicken.
Yeah.
When I used to buy the McChicken in high school, it was $1.08,
Yeah.
which I know is still more than what it used to be. I was talking to my friend Chase. Chase went and bought 10 McChickens for a group of people, and it cost him $19.50.
Almost $2 a piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inflation.
Right?
Yeah. Shortages on chicken.
Good Lord.
Shortages on chicken. We should have done a thing where there are no more shortages anymore. I'm looking forward to that news thing, actually.
Dude, that's gonna be that's a whole show dedicated to itself.
Whole show dedicated to itself. Oh, and I already had it on there. So, my next article, sound waves convert stem cells into bone regenerative breakthrough.
Okay, wait.
This is like some X-Men level stuff here.
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Hold on, Doc Brown.
Here we go.
Think for a second.
Now, this is why I like my music loud.
Now, hold on. That's not how that works.
Doc Brown.
Come on, Doc.
Sound waves convert stem cells into bone regenerative breakthrough.
So sound waves are forcing stem cells to create
Bone tissue. Exactly. And there's
Why?
a lot of good, there's
Besides
brittle
pe-
bone syndrome.
Yeah,
and like people
all
with
the people that don't drink their milk.
Osteoporosis. I couldn't think of osteoporosis for some reason. That goes with the supercalifragilistic.
Yeah. I'm also not saying that brittle bone syndrome is directly caused by you not drinking your milk.
No. And I don't drink milk anymore.
I drink so much milk.
I have to. I've always had like an allergy to like most cheeses, but I found that if I remove the rest of the dairy from my diet, I just am healthier feeling. And I know each metabolism is different.
But
and
do you
everything.
feel refreshed? Is your thirst quenched?
Not with these awful bottles of water that we got here. I
didn't want to say anything.
I like my branded
I didn't want to say anything.
stuff, but this stuff,
They're kind of bad.
it's kind of salty, bitter. It's
Yeah.
almost bitter
Yeah.
water. It's
Yeah.
like bitter water.
It feels like if water could spoil.
Yeah.
If water could spoil.
It's spoiled, so they took
Yeah.
the label off and put on a cheap
Yeah.
label and gave it to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, researchers have used sound waves to turn stem cells into bone cells. Bone cells.
I love Bone Cells, my favorite band.
In a tissue engineering advance that could one day help patients regrow bone lost to cancer or degenerative disease. The informative stem cell treatment from RMIT researchers offer a smart way forward for overcoming some of the field's biggest challenges through the precision power of high-frequency sound waves.
Question of the day.
Yep.
What does RMIT stand for?
It's like a branch of MIT, yeah? They're
Yes.
just a bunch of engineers.
What is the R?
Research?
MIT.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Just asking you.
Okay, people.
I mean, hey, you picked the
Do
article.
I look like an engineer?
You picked the article. I thought
I'm
you
literally
would
a
know.
roofer,
Which is a form of engineering.
And just so you know, I'm a supervisor, so I'm like not even a roofer. Yeah, think about that.
I'm thinking that you don't do your job.
You didn't want me to do it. Now I did your roof,
Yes, you
and
did
I was
my
actually
roof.
up there, and everybody else was
You
scared to
did
death.
this. You did the studio
But I
roof.
was like
you were up there.
repelling
Yeah.
Like I was
Yeah,
climbing
you
the
were
Mount
you were
Everest.
rappelling, and I was over here sitting sitting right next to the hole in the ceiling,
Yeah.
sticking my head through the roof, talking to you.
Well, anyway, tissue engineering
Tissue engineering.
is an emerging field that aims to rebuild bone and muscle by harnessing the human body's natural ability to heal itself. So imagine you're out working out like we do. When you actually like work out, your muscles actually tear and then they form new muscle
Yes.
tissue.
And that
Okay.
is the great part about working out,
So
and that's why you
imagine
hurt.
you're in a bad accident, right? You've got
Okay.
like damaged muscle tissue from hematomas or whatever, getting thrown around the car like a rag doll. The seatbelt broke your collarbone, and the airbag busted your nose and broke your arm. So you go to the hospital and they give you, I don't know, some kind of a cocktail mix with
Yeah.
whatever in there.
And then they
Captain America style shoot you up with, stem cells, and then they put you in a thing with sound waves.
Yeah, they literally put you in front of a giant speaker.
And you like heal.
They put you in a room with
Right there.
walls made of speakers.
That's cool. That's like Star Trek level stuff. I mean, it's pretty cool. I think it's cool. But I picked the article.
Can my
think that-
stem cell music be non-copyright?
Can my-
Can it be the non-copyright lovely Kevin
We
MacLeod?
were gonna do a thing, but the music that they play is copyrighted, and Twitch won't let us put it on here.
Exactly. You cannot play the stem cell music. It is copyrighted.
Well, anyway, one of the key challenges, or a key challenge
Okay.
in regrowing bone, is the need for large amounts of bone cells that will thrive and flourish once implanted in the target area. To date, experimental processes to change adult stem cells into bone cells have used complicated and expensive equipment and have struggled with mass production, making widespread clinical application unrealistic, which is obvious. People don't want to spend money on it.
So you're telling me people will put bone cells near bones and they will not thrive?
You hope they do, but they don't.
Well,
And
why wouldn't bone cells thrive when they're next to bone?
I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
Why would you like get a transplant, an organ transplant, and your body would just reject it? It's a form of rejection, I think. I don't know because I'm not an
Wear and
RMIT
tear.
guy. I'm not an RMIT guy, but
You don't even know what RMIT stands for.
what's kind of cool is like imagine you're like 80 years old. They shoot you up with a bunch of stem cells. You go in there and you like de-age. That would be awesome. And it's coming. You got to think it's got to be. I mean, this is like the first steps of that. Did you read the article that I texted you about the heads-up display contact lens?
Yeah.
They've got a working one.
Now hear me out. That thing darn well better be the most waterproof thing on the planet.
Well, it is. And it had the thing around there, but their CEO and their other whatever is going to end up wearing it here shortly. I mean, it's around the corner. To have it in your eye, a heads-up display, that's like incredible.
Yeah,
I won't need this screen anymore. I can look right at you,
What
and
was
there's my
the,
things right there.
What was the like price tag thing that was on it?
I don't think they had a price.
I think there was like an estimation for a price, and it was some outworldly number.
Yeah, but the cool thing about this company is they're not making a enterprise version like every other smart glasses.
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
thing. They're getting it right for the consumer right from the beginning, and
Yeah.
that's actually pretty cool. Anyway, let's skip ahead here. In a new study, the RMIT research team showed the stem cells treated with high-frequency sound waves turned into bone cells quickly and efficiently. Importantly, the treatment was effective on multiple types of cells, including fat-derived stem cells, which are far less painful to extract from a patient.
Now hear me out.
Yeah?
Do you know what this means? This means you can lose weight and have stronger bones
Yes. Yes.
for only $17.99.99.
I was thinking like before now, because in January I was not happy with my weight. I could have gone in as a donor and probably got
You
paid.
probably could have.
I don't know. You know what? If they can take these right here,
If they could take this,
I've got a couple
right
I got a
here,
couple spots left.
I would love that. Please.
I want to be a fat donor.
I want to be a fat. Come on, guys. Guys,
Come and get
right
it.
here.
Oh man, I don't even know. We're like so far off of this.
The method, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Colete.
Yeah. So anyway, sound waves cut the treatment time usually required to get stem cells to begin to turn into bone cells by several days.
Days? How
Yeah.
long are you listening to this stuff?
I don't know, but I would be fine for me. I mean, well, just imagine you're in a coma. It wouldn't matter. You
Put
just
on
go
the
in there
headphones
and-
you just hear.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure they're like inundating your body with sound
Probably.
waves, so it's got to be on the cellular.
They
level.
inject the sound waves into you.
This method also doesn't require any special bone-inducing drug, and it's very easy to apply to the stem cells. It's easy. You just listen to it, right? Our study found this new approach have strong potential to be used for treating the stem cells before we either coat them into an implant or inject them directly into the body for tissue engineering. The high-frequency sound waves used in the stem cell treatment were generated on a low-cost microchip device developed by our MIT.
10?
Yeah, sound waves at frequency above 10 megahertz. Well, anyway, so devices are cheap and simple to use, so could easily be upscaled for treating large number of cells simultaneously, vital for effective tissue engineering. And the research has all been published in the journal Small.
Could you imagine? It's like the new tanning bed. It's just a speaker. It just wraps around you. They knock you out, and then you're just vibrating
Yeah.
in there.
Now I know things have changed since. I wanted to say this. Up front because I'm not making this show a political thing.
No. This show is not meant to be derived for
Right.
anyone
Right.
to come and preach their political beliefs.
Right. Me either. I'm not for in America the Democratic side or the Republican side. I will laugh at both, and if either one of them has any good news,
Yes.
I'll post it.
I legitimately do not care.
Yeah, but in England, politics, prime minister, not prime
Yeah.
minister, whatever, I don't want it, and I don't need the drama or whatever here. So I want to say this article is regarding Russia, but it's not like a political thing.
We will
It
not
legitimately is a
Be
good news thing.
getting into any political standings here.
Truthfully, though, I mean, Russia's in the news all the time, and actually, there's a lot of things going on right now. But anyway, a few weeks back, former Marine drove 1,000 miles to Ukraine border in minibus loaded with supplies, toys, and blankets for refugees.
Let's go.
This dude right here.
This is what we're here for.
Here we go.
Look at that. That is the beard of power.
That is
All of his hair went to his beard. I am so sorry for you,
Yeah.
sir.
a former UK Royal Marine has loaded a 16-seater minibus with sleeping bags, pillows, and toys for refugees moving across the Ukrainian border into Poland and pledged to drive 1,000 miles to personally deliver them. 31-year-old Tom Littledike from Lyme Regis began his journey on February 28th, saying he was inspired to act after seeing pictures of families broken and separated by the conflict.
Fair enough.
Setting up a fundraiser, it took Tom just 12 hours to fill his minibus with supplies and collect 4,000 euros in donations, which is about $5,300 of our money, for a trip. Too often do we think that we have to do something grand, and if it can't be grand, what's the point? He told BBC. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter what we do as long as it's something in the right direction. There's so many of us who want to help. It will all build up to this gigantic thing. 1,000 miles, 1,600 kilometers. The 1,000-mile drive will take him and his cargo through England, France, Germany, and Poland before arriving at the border with Ukraine, where an alleged 500,000 refugees have fled. After unloading the supplies, he plans to utilize the bus to give rides to people who have a place to stay.
Fair
Now,
enough.
I want to say this is a little bit out of dated because it was a few weeks back. But Tom's partner will hold down the fort in his absence, which consists of 2 pubs and an Italian restaurant.
Tom
Now,
and his partner own 2 pubs and an Italian restaurant.
he looks like a pub owner.
He looks like a
Italian
I
restaurant
would say
owner.
the pub owner I get. I'm not really seeing the Italian restaurant. I'll be
Italian
honest. With you.
restaurant.
I'm not seeing
It's
it.
a lot of carbs. It's a lot of carbs. Anyway, while it is said that war is hell, I know that during times when the capacity for human malevolence is greatest, The capacity for compassion is greater, and I feel that, truthfully. When things are at their worst, that's when you're going to notice. The news doesn't broadcast it, but we will.
We do.
When you see the human element, and it doesn't matter what country you're from, or what state, or what political party, or whatever, when you see bad things happen, there's always good people that are present that make the situation better. From firefighters to policemen to just random strangers jumping off a bridge to save a bunch of kids in a school bus. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So I immediately thought of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
He saves when he saves the tram full of kids.
And Spider-Man. Which that scene in that movie was probably based off of real life events when actual people jumped off of a bridge, when a bus went over a bridge, and they saved everybody in the thing. And that is just awesome. Not superheroes, and not even first responders, just average Joe people like this guy. And so it's pretty cool. My next article is about your hero.
My hero.
Your hero.
My hero.
It's another Russia thing.
Oh, it's this one.
This guy.
It's this guy.
This guy, your hero. Did you see okay, so we're going to talk about Elon Musk here.
Okay.
And in the last couple of days, he bought a huge share of a company. I don't know if I can say the name or not. You know?
I think you're allowed to say the name.
He bought a controlling share of a company to make sure that they don't shut people down for saying whatever it is they want to say.
Welcome to Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. You can say Twitter.
Musk buys.
Yeah, no, you can say Twitter. Because Twitter's been doing some stupid stuff for the past year.
CNBC. Elon Musk actually owns the majority of Twitter. He has a say in how Twitter runs. Yeah. And he bought it only after condemning, let's see here. Here's the article.
Hey, we're taking a
1 day ago.
A slight whatchamacallit.
Elon Musk buys controlling stock in Twitter after condemning its approach to free speech. So Twitter heads had their mind on political stuff, and certain political parties could say what they wanted, but other people couldn't, or anything that was against it, or
I remember. Hey, I wonder if Donald Trump will get his Twitter account back.
Elon Musk bought a controlling share to make sure that doesn't happen. I mean, that's awesome.
The man literally bought a controlling share to make sure the First Amendment stays the First Amendment.
And he's not even a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, no, he's literally not even American.
So anyway, speaking of good deeds by Elon Musk, Ukraine received a truckload of Starlink terminals from Elon Musk for uninterrupted internet.
Welcome, Mr. Stark.
Just so that they had enough internet to watch this show.
Well, imagine it. Starlink is exactly something that Tony Stark would come up with.
I know, it is really
Tony
cool.
Stark would name it Starlink, or he'd find a way to name it Starklink.
Starklink. Well, Elon Musk sent a truckload of necessary equipment for his Starlink service to Ukraine at the request of a government minister. Here is a picture of the back of the truck. With the country's telecommunications infrastructure under attack by the Russian Air Force, maintaining connectivity to the internet is challenging.
Yep.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Starlink is a satellite internet service which Musk's company, SpaceX, has pioneered to provide universal internet access to the world through saturating low Earth orbit with hundreds of tiny satellites. Hundreds.
I might be able to finally stream without my internet cutting out on me.
So I checked when I was looking at this article. Yeah. It is available for us if you want to buy the equipment, and you can get internet here.
Okay, but how?
I don't know what the data throughput or any of that stuff is.
What's the price tag on the equipment?
I don't know.
How many thousands of dollars do I have to drop?
I don't know. I think his goal in life is to make things more affordable. He wants to make
100%.
solar-powered panels for houses more affordable than they are now. So maybe not. I don't know. I didn't actually look for
Elon Musk for president.
I don't actually run. I don't actually look for prices when I do anything. I just go buy it.
And this is why we had a discussion about something earlier
I know,
regarding
right?
money.
Anyway, the Starlink hardware includes a satellite dish that connects to a wireless router. All that is needed to is a standard wall plug for power. It took Elon just 10 hours following the request of Ukrainian Vice Minister Mikhailo Fedorov,
Yep.
to ensure the service was active across all Ukraine and to prepare a shipment of additional Starlink terminals, which arrived on February 20th.
Could you imagine? It's like we need to do this, and then you get a call back for like 10 hours later. It's like, it's done.
It's done.
And that's
It's
it.
done.
It is done. Click.
I'm going to skip this article because we're running out of time, I think.
A little bit. What are
There
we
was
at?
no picture on there anyway. So,
Oh Lord, 47. Oh,
yeah, we're good.
we got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. We got plenty of time.
No one's here to shut us down. So,
Except Twitter.
another
Twitter
thing,
can't do that
Another
anymore.
thing about super awesome engineering,
Super awesome engineering. Do you know
So-
what this stands for?
to get the X-Men body, that constantly regenerates itself and everything. My next one
I'll just take living to 100.
is the opposite of living to 100. I want to live to 1,000.
Nah, that'd be incredibly boring.
Even 100. Imagine in the last 100 years, the technology that's changed to now. In the last 10 years, the technology that's changed to now.
Technology advanced across a wide margin. Then for about like the past.
I've got a phone that folds up, a tablet that folds in half, that like they were showing on TV like 20 years ago.
See,
As like a rolled up thing.
my thing is technology advanced. It had a great advancement for about the past like 1400 years, and then about the past 20 years it has slowed down drastically.
You think so?
I feel like I feel like humanity is starting to hit a wall.
See, I don't think so. I think 100 years from now, things that like are unimaginable, like 3D printed food.
Honestly, I think humanity is starting to hit a wall with what they can do on planet.
On planet. Well,
And that's why they're doing scientific research
100
up
years.
in space.
100 years when we go to when they rename one of the planets after Elon Musk.
Yeah, when Earth gets renamed to Elon.
Yeah.
Elon
Yeah.
5.
Elon 5. Okay. Well, anyway, my next article, scientists engineer bacteria to eat CO2, carbon dioxide, and release valuable acetone and isopropyl that are carbon negative.
Yo, release that in Los Angeles right now.
Boom! Right there.
Put it in LA, please.
Okay, so man, it's allegedly caused a problem, and I don't want to get into a political thing or a theological debate.
You
But
just talking about global warming.
Man has made a problem,
And now man is fixing their
and now
problem.
man is fixing their problem with something super, super awesome. Here is I don't know if that's an accurate
just
picture
took
of
us,
a
like-
molecule or not.
It took us like a couple thousand years, but we finally got
There
there.
we go.
hear it.
Scientists have discovered a way to genetically engineer bacteria that will consume carbon dioxide.
Carbon oxide and carbon dioxide.
Yeah, because before converting them to two widely used chemicals, acetone and isopropyl. Thereby, turning the whole process carbon negative. Used in a wide variety of products, from hand sanitizers to light bulbs, and almost always made of virgin fossil fuels. The global market for acetone and isopropyl is more than $10 billion. With acetone producing 2 metric tons of CO2 per ton of acetone. The bacteria the scientists removed came to 1.78 kilograms of emissions from the atmosphere per kilogram of acetone produced, and 1.7 kilograms of emissions per kilogram of isopropyl. So here's...
So it's cut down.
It was all taken from an engineer.
Yeah.
So Michael Jewett, a chemist at Northwestern University, partnered with the large bioethanol firm Lanzatech
Lanzatech.
to pioneer this new method of green chemical synthesis.
Sounds like they should be making like
That's right.
floating cars.
Yep. He and his colleagues found previous industrially utilized bacterial strands to engineer an individual strand of Clostridium.
Yeah.
And
Clostridium.
Autoethogenum.
Autoethanogenum.
We'll go with it. A kind of bacteria creature called an acetone that feeds on acetate through fermentation. It's like
Yeah, we said that all right.
it's like drinking alcohol.
I feel like you might be able to say this better if you drank alcohol.
No, I mean fermentation.
Yeah.
The bacteria is like at a bar
Yeah.
having like woo,
The bacteria is having
and it's
a
actually
field day.
having a good day.
Yeah.
You know, it's like pass the pretzels.
Give me
Okay.
those peanuts.
By the end of their work, they had created an astagen that consumes industrial emissions like CO2, converting it into an acetone or isopropyl at a high efficiency of around 3 grams per liter per hour, with almost no alternative byproducts. That's cool. No waste.
Yeah.
Using bacteria to ferment sugars is a common and less carbon-intensive production method for ethanol. The researchers took their unique acetone and isopropyl producing bacteria strands and worked with Lancetec's ethanol production facility to test out whether their idea could work in the real world. And obviously it did.
Yeah, no, obviously
Obviously
it
did.
worked.
Yeah, so
We wouldn't be reading about it if it
I'm
didn't.
thinking like eventually, imagine, I mean, we grow trees, obviously, that's like here for whatever, grass, everything around us. But imagine like building a structure or building a place where a house will like grow itself. Is somebody commenting? Oh, sorry. I was like, what are you looking at? Did you got a little fermentation thing going on there?
Where the house grow itself.
I think it would be awesome.
Hey guys, you know
Let's
money
come-
doesn't grow on trees. Houses do.
Houses, I think like it'd be kind of cool. And this is
Grow
science fiction.
an apple orchard or grow a suburb. You know,
where
whatever
you
you're
plant
feeling.
something and it just grows
Yeah.
a house or something you can make into a house. You've seen those videos of those people
Tree
that, like,
house.
dig out a whole trench thing with like just a stick and they like jab their way and they make this whole huge
the
elaborate thing.
the Indian people, yes, the greatest YouTube videos
I've seen
I
like
think I've
even
ever
I've seen
seen.
even a chick on there do it.
They have I love watching those, and I see them making all these things, and I realize they're making all this stuff, this primitive stuff, and then they're being recorded by like a $6,000 camera.
That's time lapse.
Yeah,
And even though it's time lapse, it takes like
yeah, the video's like an hour long.
yeah, and I watch it. I can't look away. And they bring water in and they connect things and then when they're done they swim in it and I'm like, that's awesome.
You gotta wonder, do they make? I wonder if that's how they make their money. They build these things and they sell them,
Yeah. Or they might give them away to somebody who doesn't have any money. I don't know.
or it's all a ruse and they destroy them afterward.
I feel like if I endeavored to do that in your backyard,
I don't know where you'd find the
I
space to do
think,
that in my
like-
backyard.
I would get like a hole and it wouldn't even look like a proper hole.
You know, you could honestly probably do. You could take the filled in pool and dig out and make like a little underground living area.
If
there.
I had a stick and I'm just chiseling away with this stick, I'd be like, I'm done. 5 minutes. I'd have blisters and everything.
it's because you don't proper.
If I had a shovel, a proper shovel,
yeah,
still after 5 minutes, I'd be like, I'm
do it.
done.
Can't do it with a shovel.
I'm
Gotta do it
done.
with a giant wooden
I'm
rod.
done. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, one more article.
One more article. Let's hear it.
And with this heading, how can we go wrong? Giant floating solar panels.
No, what kind of solar panels?
Flowers
Solar panel flowers.
replace coal in Korea and become a tourist destination. And
Come
actually,
on, honey, let's go see the solar
look at
panel.
this. They actually look really pretty. Actually, here, let's see this full
Those-
screen.
Can we talk about the fact that those are massive?
That's cool though, right?
Those are gigantic.
They made them look like flowers, and everybody like, oh, let's go see it and spend money.
And
there.
you look at look at the islands on like the little on the left, and then look at the solar panel directly under it. Those things are huge.
Yeah, you could live on them.
You could.
You could. South Korea's total land surface is not large.
It's not large. That is a fair
That's just
point.
a fact.
That is a fact.
Instead of clearing what little real estate there is for renewable energy projects, 92,000 solar panels in the shape of a plum blossom now float along the gently bobbing surface of a southern reservoir.
Yeah, sure.
The solar project on the 17-mile-long reservoir is in Hapshin,
Yeah, I think Hapshin.
and is able to generate 41.5 megawatts.
Not bad.
How
That's
much
pretty
power did they need for the Back to the Future?
1.21 gigawatts.
Gigawatts.
Which I think a gigawatt is made from a megawatt. I think it's like
1,000 megawatts?
I think it's like it probably translates like a gigabyte. So it's like 1,024 megawatts is a gigawatt, and
So
you
we
need
need more solar
1.21
panels.
gigawatts.
We need more solar panels and
You
88 miles per hour.
You need legitimate, like the 17-mile reservoir. You might as well entire thing cover it in solar panels.
So the
and
next
you
Back
might
to the
not make
Future
it.
is going to connect to these things. They're going to run a string across the road, and they have to hit it at 8
Next
a.m.
Back to the Future, Doc Brown wires Korea.
Okay, the solar project on the 17-mile. Okay, I read that. 41.5 megawatts is enough power to provide for 60,000 people, more than the total population of the
So they
country.
powered their entire population by putting solar panels along a 17-mile stretch.
Yep. And they provide power for everybody. So
Is it free?
you know what? It should be.
It might as well be.
It should be. It should be. Floating solar photovoltaic.
Photovoltaic.
Photovoltaic. So I got it messed up
PV,
with
just
the flood.
PV. Solar PV.
Floating solar PV is becoming a go-to method of renewable energy produced in Asia, and a recent speech by President Moon Jae-in, outlined floating solar as an important part of the total renewables plan for the generation of the 9.4 gigawatts of electricity. And there's the gigawatts.
Do you think America draws in total of 1.21 gigawatts?
They're planning. Oh no.
They had to use
gigawatt. Maybe it's gigawatt. Maybe a gigawatt isn't even real.
I highly doubt it's real, but still, they had to use a legitimate plutonium reactor to produce 1.21 gigawatts of power.
We have nuclear energy.
Is a gigawatt real?
If it is,
Starting to sound like a slur.
if it is, you can harness it from a lightning bolt.
Yes,
Providing the
makes
movie,
sense. You know what?
providing the movie has accurate science.
I'm gonna figure out, is a gigawatt real?
I'm thinking that. I'm thinking that. As elaborate as the movie was, they did their homework, and it's got to be legitimate.
So it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Oh.
The power it's meant to be pronounced gigawatts, but they screwed up and pronounced it as gigawatts on set, and they went with it.
You know what? I'm just saying that this was before this power requirement was even available. Every standard from that point going forward should have just called it a gigawatt.
Do you know how far into the future of the past they can go with this?
You know what? They predicted the Cubs winning the series.
They actually did predict the Cubs winning the series.
And it was only 1 year off.
Yeah.
I mean, so it should be. How do you know that he didn't say it right and we're saying it wrong?
Doc Brown was actually from the future.
Doc
Nobody
Brown is
knew.
actually right. It's actually gigawatt. And all these people that are saying gigawatt actually are saying it incorrectly.
Like, so how'd you come with the design for the car? It's like, oh, he just rolled on the set with it one day and said, "I'm Doc Brown. I'm going to be in your movie."
This is it. Okay.
The Three Peaks.
I don't even know.
Well, you scrolled past 2 paragraphs. That you
Yeah, I know.
Start there.
Okay.
There.
Hanwha, the company in charge of constructing the Blossom panel arrays, suggests that demand for the floating PV is expected to rise in the coming years, not only in Asia, but Thailand has already built the world's largest floating PV solar panel plant, which is about the size of 70 soccer pitches, which I'm assuming is
70 soccer. Dude, do you know soccer
Fields.
pitches are massive?
Yes, 70.
70 soccer pitches.
So pairing PV solar panels to water sources like canals, ground level humidity, or reservoirs increases their efficiency by as much as 10%, and the surrounding water helps them remain naturally cooler. So the vapor that comes up reflects the sun. It actually makes them more efficient.
Water cooling.
Yeah.
They have free water cooling.
Bloomberg reports that they will also help decrease hostile algae blooms.
Fair enough.
Yep. $1.4 million, or around 4% of the total financing for the project, was fronted by Hapkalon locals, which were the first to be offered in the chance at joining a 20-year, 10% annual return investment scheme.
Yo!
Yeah, which should help generate useful income for elderly residents in an area where the average age is nearly 60.
10% annual return.
10%?
And they're making more power than they need.
Because I think I get like 1/2 of 1/2 of a percent.
Of a gigawatt?
I get like 1/10 of a percent of percentage of like whatever in my bank. So it's not 10% at all. But if you invested like $1 million, you'd get $100,000 a year back. That's a pretty good investment.
I'd take it. I'd live on that.
I'd live
on that.
Yeah, I could. If I had the $1 million to invest. You know what? Let's come up with a scheme to get $1 million.
Guys, we're announcing our GoFundraiser. We're announcing our new GoFundMe.
I wonder if
can we make $100,000 a year off of $1 million?
I wonder if they could get an IOU from us, and in 10 years we'll have the 10 million, and then the million, and then we'll just get the 100,000.
Just give the government an IOU.
Build it with this bad boy, and after you start paying me 10 years, I'll actually give you the million, and then I'll just get the money after that. I'm telling you, this is a good plan. You know what? Let's just do 2 million.
Terrible
one for
plan.
me and one for you.
Hey, I'll take $100,000.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for welcoming us back. Like to give a shout out to Impressiona and everybody else that I already said hi to.
And the camera.
And the
for
camera.
Not freezing. Shout out to the camera.
Right. Look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. And thanks for watching. If you have any good news, please give a shout out to us. You can send us a message here on Discord.
On the Discord.
And we already put a thing in there for YouTube, so I'm not going to do this second time. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in 7 days.
7 days.
Good night.
See ya.